Excuse me.
Well, sorry.
You're fine.
Oh.
Oh, what? Got the cheerleader?
Well,
I'm the one that called you.
okay. Is he
So
still
it's
here?
not. Yeah, he's right there.
Okay.
There's the gentleman this side of the picnic table,
Right.
and he's not been like mean or combative, but that little dog snapped at my coworker. You know what I mean?
Right. And there's not allowed to have dogs.
Yeah.
Okay.
You know what I mean? And so I'm hard pressed to believe that that's a service dog if it's snapping at people.
Right.
But that's my own deal. But literally the thing is just he's not allowed to have the dog here and he refuses to leave. So.
Okay.
Yeah.
So is
I
he
just need him
allowed
off the
to be
property.
here?
No.
Okay.
Typically when I have to call you guys like this, we're out for the night.
Okay.
Thank you, officer.
No worries. How's it going, sir? How you doing, sir?
Okay.
So we got a call about you're not allowed to be here with the dog.
Yes, I explained to the manager that this is a service
Right.
animal.
I understand that, but they have rules that they have to follow by, and they're just not allowed to have.
Yeah, I understand they have rules.
Right.
And the Disabilities Act of 1990 also has rules in place
Right.
by Congress
Right.
that trump their local policy on homelessness. One of the rules that Congress has placed is that businesses may not refuse admittance, isolate, segregate, or treat this person less favorably than other patrons because of my service animal.
Right.
And that's what they're doing because of their service. And I asked them to, did they tell you, by the way, why exactly? Is it because of what?
So I guess the dog snapped at an employee, and then they just don't. They just have they don't allow dogs.
That's what they stated?
Yeah.
No employee told me that.
Okay. Yeah, just
not
one
what
of
they
the
told me.
females was working behind the desk. The dog snapped at. That's what they told me.
That's not what they
Well,
told
and
me.
actually, I mean, because it's been such an issue, it's not a Bridgehouse policy, it's the city policy that we not have animals here. That's
Okay.
from Boulder City.
Yeah, that's what they told me just 10 minutes ago, that it was because it was a city policy. And since I spoke to her 10 minutes ago till now, the story has changed to she snapped at somebody.
Okay.
So
Well,
you didn't mention anything like that to me a minute ago because no one had said anything like that, right? That you know of, right? But now that the police officer Salem is here, the story has changed to.
yeah, I
to
don't
you,
know if they just didn't
You don't know
tell
now?
you that,
Oh.
but that's what they just told me.
They told you that my dog snapped at
Correct.
somebody?
Correct.
Did they identify the person who he allegedly snapped at?
Just inside.
Just inside?
Yeah.
Did they give you a name?
An
Officer
employee.
Salem? The name of the employee?
I haven't found out a name yet.
No?
No.
No?
So I'm just letting you know that that's their rule.
Uh-huh.
That they can't be here.
And what about this? And what about the Disabilities Act of 1990? Are you required to adhere to that at all? Does
do
your
you mean?
police department adhere to
Mind
Congress?
if I look at this?
No, to Congress and its laws. Does your police department acknowledge Congress
Yes.
and the laws in place for disabled people like me? Is that being acknowledged here? Because it doesn't seem to be. I'm just asking a simple question. Does the Boulder Police Department acknowledge service dog for disabled people and that they might not be refused admittance? Is this too hard of a question?
Sorry, I'm just reading
Have you
this.
been trained on service dog laws?
Yes, sir. And everything
Can
you
tell
have
me
here.
whether the Boulder Police Department adheres to service, do they protect the rights of disabled
Yes.
people?
Yes, that's
Then
our
would
job.
you-
We're just trying to figure out what's a best approach to this situation, okay?
And
So I
see-
understand you wanting to hear because you want to stay here
My
tonight.
dog has eaten here with me at least a dozen times.
Okay.
And the first time there was an issue because they have a no pet policy.
What was your first name, sir?
John?
John? Okay.
Yes.
John,
The thing is, I spoke to the manager the first time, and I provided him with medical documentation.
Hold on.
I'm not really.
So you don't
And so it's just that I wouldn't have come down here. I kind of made a long trip on my bicycle to eat.
Right.
Had I known that the umpteenth time I came here, certain people were going to tell me right in the door, as soon as I walked in the door, and I explained that it had been cleared by Michael, the manager. And anyway, and now the story's changed, and now he's somehow.
Well, I apologize for the lack of communication that's going on here. I just want to figure everything out for you, make sure everything is squared away, and for both ends here. Okay. So let me talk with the manager, okay, and see what we can do.
I know you're in the.
I'm in the middle, man.
Position. You're in the middle.
I want to make
And
best for both
I
situations.
just
Okay.
want to know whether the Boulder Police Department intends to protect the rights
Yeah.
of this disabled. Because I'm kind of getting tired of them being tossed to the curb by every business in town.
What?
The rights of disabled
Oh, really? Okay.
who have
Well,
the right to have their service dog
Right.
with them in public buildings.
Well,
This is a public building.
I understand your frustration, so let me see what I can figure out for you, John,
Yes,
and see what we can do to help both ends. Okay?
Yes, sir.
Does that work for you?
Yeah, I asked them for something in writing. If they would say, look, the reason we're not allowing so-and-so is because of our pet policy, you know what, then I understand they're in a hard place, and I'm not going to continue to press them.
Right.
They won't even give me that.
Okay. Let me see what I can do. Can
You just have to get it from case management. Like that's like above my.
Are you?
I'm an employee.
Okay. Gotcha. Has he been here before with the dog?
He claims he has,
Okay.
and he claims that everything was hunky-dory and he was given permission, and I know that's not true. I know
Okay.
the person he's trying to reference, and that would never happen. Not to mention, the person that he's trying to reference is on vacation, so we went one higher space up than him, Melissa Green, and she's confirmed it, no.
Okay. So who did the dog snap at? Okay. Because he was never told that the dog was snapped at. And so I don't know if she knows behind like service animals on, I guess, what's allowed and what's not allowed. Do you guys just not allow
We don't allow animals of any kind on the property.
even service animals?
Correct.
Okay.
I don't know the logic or anything behind that. It's just a rule that I'm paid
Just
to
for
enforce. So.
just for safety reasons?
I think for safety reasons, for cleanliness reasons, definitely during dinner cleanliness reasons, you know what I mean?
Right.
But as far as I know, because of the fact that it is so hard to determine a service dog and there's no legit legal registry,
Right.
with the amount of homeless folks with dogs and animals, we already have people in here trying to tell us that we have to let their service cats in. You know what I mean? So just to wrap it all up in a nice, neat little bow, as far as I know, that's why they don't allow any form of animals on the property.
Okay. Gotcha. Give me 1 second, okay?
Understood.
Did he?
Really? No.
Be safe.
I didn't see him.
No, I would have noticed him coming. There's no way.
So you take a shower after 6:30 up until 9:45. You can choose. And what I would do is
Oh, he's over there.
Shake the baby stuff.
All right. Somebody got to say that.
See if he just leaves. But not.
Hi there, sir.
That's officer.
I'm Officer Scale of Boulder Bridgehouse. Can you just kind of run me through? I know you already talked to my partner a little bit. Can you kind of run me through what's going on?
Did they give you a response, Officer Salem?
To what question?
Hey, sir.
Well, you went to seek a resolution is the last thing you said
Right.
before you went in there.
So,
Did they give you a resolution?
John, do you mind me asking what service? Is it a service dog or an emotional dog?
Yes, I don't mind at all. You
Okay.
can ask.
Gotcha.
You're allowed to ask 2 questions.
Right. So, is it a service or an emotional dog?
He is a service dog.
Okay,
As
what-
I stated,
What service does he provide?
he is a PTSD service dog. He's trained to create a barrier between myself and others,
Okay.
decreasing symptoms associated with PTSD. That's what he's trained to do.
And what was your name, sir?
John.
John. I'm Officer Scable. So, Officer Salem kind of filled me in on what's going on. We talked to one of the employees inside, and I just got done talking to my supervisor. And it sounds like if they don't want you here, then that's on them to say we don't want him here. So if you want to go after the organization civilly for not allowing you in here with your,
Did they tell you why?
they just said that their policy is no animals whatsoever.
So that's
what they told
the reason they told you?
That's what they told me.
That's what they told me too,
Okay.
several times.
Okay.
And they've told me that initially, far back as 4 or 5 months ago, I had this discussion with the manager. His name's Michael, and I explained to him that my dog is not a pet, it's a service animal.
Right.
And I provided him with medical. He told me at that time, if you can prove to me. And so I did. I gave him medical documents.
Right.
And he allowed and said, okay, you can eat here anytime. And so this is probably over the dozenth time I've been here.
Okay.
Umpteenth time.
Okay.
And I didn't expect this response.
Okay. So as far as the future times, I unfortunately don't know what to tell you because I wasn't out here during those times. All that I can tell you is what the employees have relayed to us as far as what their wishes are. So we're here to keep the peace. We're not here to make judgments on if your dog is a service dog or...
Should I ask you to make a report about this? I want a report
Okay.
about this. And in your report, would you please document the reason you just stated that because they have a no pet policy is why I'm being denied admittance because of their pet policy.
I can definitely write a report.
Do
you have an ID with you so that
would
I
it
can document
contain
your
that?
information?
Absolutely. Would it contain that point in it? Would you place that particular point right there?
Absolutely.
The reason that they're stating? And so before we get it clear too, were you able to get the name of the person who was allegedly snapped at by my dog?
I did not.
No?
Did not.
Because that's important for
I
me.
can if you'd like.
If it should come up in the future, some person, because the story has changed, okay, 3 times. They told me one thing, then they told you a different thing. Now they've told Officer Sheevil here a different thing. So it's 3 times.
So they told us the same thing.
Well, I've heard 3 different things from my perspective.
Can you grab the FI info for the
So I would be glad to provide my ID.
Okay. Until next time. Hi.
Is the gentleman that I'm speaking with here still here?
The gentleman with the dog or
No,
Jeremy? He went next door.
Jeremy.
He's right next door in the next set of doors.
Okay, is there a way I can,
No.
that I can just go this way?
Yeah.
Okay. Excuse me, do you mind if I sneak through
Yeah, of
real
course.
quick? Thank you. Do you have your ID on you?
My ID?
Yeah.
Sure do.
So, just make a simple report for everything.
bet.
Because he wants one.
I don't mind.
So,
I don't mind.
it's definitely a touchy subject, I would say.
Oh, I believe that.
But the way I understand it is, as a private property, you know,
That is, as far as I know, what the whole thing hinges on. Is because it's private property, we can, do that. So,
What's
I'm
your
not
phone
saying
number?
that's a good. 303
uh-huh.
356 1075.
And what's your role here?
I'm
Oh, you're-
I'm what's referred to as program staff.
Okay.
So I'm the person that holds up the totem pole because I'm on the very bottom. They just tell me rules and hey, enforce these.
And she
don't
was
get any
the
say.
female that
Correct.
snapped that?
Yeah, correct.
Okay.
Glad you walked in right when you did. You definitely just helped me deter something.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
That's good.
Some gentleman that was standing, he got himself thrown out of here, and he's on a 3-day ban, and he was about to try to force his way in here. And you walked in. I was like,
Always helps.
Sweet. Couldn't ask for better timing.
Right? Do you know what her role is so she can keep doing what she's doing?
So she is a case manager for the Ready to Work program.
Okay.
And because we are so short-handed and screwed for staff, she's coming in and filling in a shift for tonight.
Perfect.
But she is still a Bridgehouse employee.
Okay. Gotcha.
You can pause the line. I can pause it for a second.
I just want to say I'm sorry. That was way out of line.
Thank you for fixing it. You like you do that. Appreciate that. Thank you. Give it just a second.
Sorry to interrupt real quick. So, the dog snapped
I
at
walked
you?
over to him to ask him to leave, and the dog just snipped at me.
Okay.
So this is my service animal. You're disrespecting my rights. I said, dude, but your dog is trying to bite me, so how's that a service animal?
Not really.
Do you have your ID on you?
Everybody knows me on the police force, remember? I'm the infamous Dee Dee.
That's fine. What's your phone number?
720-683-2359. Weren't you here the other night?
Probably.
Thursday night? You took a picture of this?
I don't work
Okay.
Thursdays, so let me.
That I don't.
Yeah.
My name is, I go by Dee Dee.
Okay.
Yeah, because that name right there, you won't even be able to say it.
Sisse?
L-I-L-E-L-E-H. It's pronounced Ladidra.
And he was picking up his own trash and
What's
shit. And
your birthday?
1031 Cincinnati.
yeah, I know he does it. Well, I know.
Thank you, Dee Dee.
No problem.
Yeah.
Hi. Name?
Excuse me, folks.
I gotta go to the courthouse.
Well, pneumonia is. I think tuberculosis is.
We're all brothers and sisters in the eyes of God, sir.
And so I just want to know whether you intend, could you educate them at all as far as this so that before I file a civil suit, we know that they were fully aware of the federal statutes.
I can absolutely go talk to
And I know you can't do nothing about that, but you can inform them that, hey,
Yep.
they're disabled
Do you mind if I
people
hold on
do
to this
have
while I go
rights.
talk to him?
No, I'll wait for that. Just don't be too.
So,
I kind of get anxious without that.
I understand.
It's kind of.
who's the gentleman that you talked to in there?
He's just inside these doors.
Okay. On the left-hand side
Yeah.
doors?
Yeah, he'll probably come up to you.
Okay.
He should be right inside.
I'm going to run and talk to him real quick, and
Okay.
I'll be right back.
Thank you, officer. He's going to explain, but I hope he explains to us. We as disabled people have rights as well.
I would agree.
Congress passed those laws with the intent to trump all local, state, and homeless shelter policies. That's what they intended to do when they passed the law, because people with service animals were, and still are, being denied entrances a lot of places for no other reason than that they have a disability that requires a service dog.
Right.
And because of the dog, you're going to get denied admittance. So they passed a law knowing that, intending that this would help. I can't tell. I've had my service dog 6 years.
Yeah. I like his little trailer you have for him.
I take good care of him. I don't
What's
want
his
him to
name?
be cold. Magoo.
Magoo, huh?
Yeah, and I usually do carry his medical documentation. I usually carry it. I don't have it.
Alright, Mr. Garcia.
So they know.
There's that back. Let me get you a business card with a report number on it.
Did you explain it to them?
I did.
The laws?
Yep.
Do you know who you told?
Jeremy.
Jeremy?
Yep.
Okay, thank you.
226 on that. Can I get a report number for this call and talk to next week? Not me too.
3283, she said?
2883.
So John, there's my card with that case number on there is for you. And Officer Scable will give you his card as well.
Is this your badge number?
Yes, sir.
Oh, you just print it right on there like that?
Yep.
All right, I appreciate that.
Yeah, no worries.
They don't usually do that. You know, they just print it on the card like that. Well, I want to thank
Alright,
both of
Mr.
you
Garcia,
for-
there's my
thank you both
business
for
card
being
as well.
Professional.
No worries.
Not,
Like I said, and like my partner said, we're just here to, figure out what's the best of both worlds here. So.
I know. I appreciate you letting explaining it to him. Especially the part on the back. Did you see the very last paragraph there?
Yeah, I showed him the entire card.
Did you read the last paragraph? It said may be required to pay penalties and money damages.
And he said that they've had,
And that's okay, right?
he advised me that they've had other people bring civil actions against them that have,
Gone nowhere.
yeah. So,
Oh, okay, well, I just try to get everything in order with
I hear ya.
and we'll see whether the law works for disabled people. And if it doesn't, oh well.
Well, and like I said, we're not here to make any judgments
I know.
about whether your dog is a service animal or not or anything like that.
I
We're
know
here to keep the peace and try to figure out a solution for it. So, any other questions or anything, sir?
I just want to thank you for
Absolutely. All right. Have a safe evening. All right.
Okay, you too, Paul.
Have a good night, John.